Hello, fourth graders. We have another math mystery for you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today you'll be solving the case of the misplaced pot of gold. Let's read the mystery together. There's been lots of excitement around Manhattan's St. Patrick's Day celebrations. However, a leprechaun named Leroy McClumsy is devastated because he has misplaced his pot of gold. In an interview with Leroy McClumsy, he stated, "I've been running about Manhattan getting things ready for St. Patrick's Day, and now I cannot remember where I left my pot of gold." Nobody in town has yet reported seeing Leroy McClumsy's pot of gold. This looks like it's going to be a case for the police department and a super math detective, that's you, to help poor Leroy find his treasure. Leroy McClumsy wanted the following statement published for all citizens to see. "I would really appreciate anyone's help to find my pot of gold. I'm going to be in big trouble if it isn't found, and St. Patrick's Day will be ruined for me. Please, I am begging that the best math detective, that's you, help out on this case." Math detective, that's you, needed to help Leroy McClumsy. The police have gathered some clues after interviewing Leroy McClumsy and made a list of possible places they suspect Mr. McClumsy could have left it. However, they need a super detective with math skills, you know what I'm going to say? That's you, to help them solve this case fast. Let's hope Leroy McClumsy's pot of gold can be found. So what I'm going to do is go through a sample on each clue with you so that you know all that to expect with directions. But at this point, you know the drill of our possible places list. So each clue will tell you something that lets you eliminate some of these choices. And once you solve a clue, you can go back to this possible places list and cross off anything that that clue helped you eliminate. So let's go ahead and look at the first clue together. Complete the addition sentence, clue 1. Crack the code by solving the missing number. Use your answers to match and place the letters in the boxes to reveal the first clue. Put the letter in every box that it matches your answer. There may be more than one. Okay, so let's go ahead and try one of these together. It says 255, right, the first one, 255 plus blank equals 375. So this is a time when it's really helpful to know that the inverse operation of addition is, you got it, subtraction. So if I want to know, right, what the difference is between 255 and 375, I can just take 375 and subtract 255 to get my answer. So I got 0, 2, 1, 120. And now I'll think, does my answer make sense? 255 plus 120 more, would that get me up to 375? Yeah. So I know that my answer makes sense. Now, as it instructed, we have to go back up, and anytime you see 120, you'll get to put an O. So I see one here. Let's see if I found, oh, there's another one. 120, 120, 120. I think those are the only two I see. If I made a mistake, you'll catch it as you're going through. Now for clue 2, it says, crack the code by applying the rule to the numbers in each table. Use your answers to match and place the letters in the boxes to reveal the clue. Put the letter in every box that matches your answer and there may be more than one, yet again. So let's look at the rule for this first table. Multiply by 2, then add 1. So if I put in 200, I have to apply the rule. Oops, I switched to pen. So I'll start with 200, and I have to multiply it by 2, which I know is 400, and then add 1, which I know is 401. And this is a rule where you could do it in your head and practice your mental math. You don't have to show out all your work for each one because you're practicing mental math, but you do have to work carefully. So now I know every time there's a 401, it's going to be L. Let's go down here. Oh, here's a 401. Any other ones? I think that is the only one that I see. But again, if I made a mistake, I know you will catch it. Let's go on to clue 3. Perimeter. Leroy described a number of rooms he walked around. Crack the code by working out the perimeter of each room. Use your answers to find which letter to place inside each room. Once all complete, a clue will be revealed about the building the pot of gold is in. The first one has been done for you. Oh, great. So this one I don't even have to model because they already did it for us. But remember, perimeter is the distance around. I like to trace it and say perimeter. Goes around the shape, in this case the rectangle. So I need to add up all my sides. 15 plus 15 is 30. 16 plus 16 is 32. And then I know 30 plus 32 would bring me to the 62, can't forget my units, meters. Make sure you label all your units too. And then they knew to put an I because if you looked down here, it said that if you get 62, put an I. And that is what we did. Let's move on to clue number 4, ordering fractions. I love this one. Leroy has all of these fractions, but he didn't keep them in the correct order. The fractions may hold another clue to where he left his pot of gold. Cut out the fractions at the bottom of the page and arrange them from smallest to largest in the empty boxes, and paste them to reveal something important about the place he left it. Well, even though we read the directions, this is one case where you are allowed to ignore part of the directions. You don't have to actually cut and paste. We're just going to go write the fractions and the letters in order. Let me show you what I mean. So if I scroll down to all my fractions available here, what do you notice when you look at all of these fractions? Hopefully you're saying that the numerator is 1. And what do we call those type of fractions? If you said a unit fraction, give yourself a pat on the back. So now that these are unit fractions, our job is going to be much easier. They have the same numerator, so really the one with the largest denominator will be the smallest. So let's see if you could spot it. Look through all these quickly and figure out if you can find the smallest one. If you need to pause the video to give yourself more time, go ahead and do so. But I'm going to tell you now, the smallest one here was 1/100 because it has the biggest denominator. If I tried to picture, right, like a circle piece and split up into 100 and then I only shaded in one of them, that's going to be a really tiny, tiny piece. Hence, 1/100th is a really tiny, tiny fraction. So up here, I'm going to write 1/100th and the letter I. Okay, and you'll keep going. In fact, if you wanted to kind of split these so you could write the fraction and the letter, you can. Not a big deal, just might help keep it a little neater. And you'll go on through and get them all smallest to largest, and you'll have your another clue. And the last clue involves subtraction. Discover clue 5 by correctly completing the subtraction algorithms below, which just means follow the steps you know to subtract. Locate your answer at the bottom and see what letter it matches to write it in the box. So let's go ahead. I'm trying to look at one where I'll have some borrowing to do, so I can help you out with some borrowing. Let's actually jump ahead to this one. So if I start in my which place? 1's place, good. But I go to do 0 minus 4, it can't do that. So more on the floor, go next door, and borrow 10 more. So the 5's going to become a 4. And now, since I got 10 more, the 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 4 minus 0 is 4. 3 minus 0 is 3. 1 minus 1 is nothing, so I don't need to write that. And I get 346. Let's go down here and find out what letter that is. It said 346. Where'd we go? There it is, T. So up here, I'll fill it out with a T. You're going to do those to solve the whole mystery. And finally, once you have all your clues and you have eliminated suspects, you are going to fill this out. So you put your name, right? I'll put Mrs. George, but you'll put yours. Who is the, sorry, not eliminated suspects, eliminated the places. Leroy's pot of gold is, and tell us where. And then, if it helps you keep track, you can check off as you go, or you can check off all at the end that you completed all the clues. And this piece you'll leave for your teacher to solve, to check off for you once he or she checks it. Good luck, and hope you have a very happy St. Patrick's Day.